Which it did. I saw some of that stuff down in the shop. I was like, oh my goodness.
Dude, that's what I was getting them on the last time I was out there.
I don't see anybody watching. I don't see no comments, bro. Yo.
I'm
getting
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we got something going on?
Yep, something happened.
Is anybody out there? Hello. Oh, that sounds really
Yeah, it's like late though. At least it looks like it on my side.
Anybody? We just
Yep, there he is.
Man, we got one guy.
There he is.
We got two guys.
There he is.
Oh my goodness, you guys. We are so sorry. We were actually going to go live early. I don't know about that, Rob. Well, depends on who's running this. You know.
True.
I got YouTubers. I don't have any Facebookers. I got all YouTubers.
It says we're live. So
Anybody on Facebook, give us a comment. Say, what's up, bros?
It's got you.
Oh, there's a Facebook. We got it.
There it is.
Hey, yo.
Now.
Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Man, we were in here, dialed. We recorded a podcast for you guys. And we got special guests lined up. And all sorts of fun stuff. And then, for some reason, something on a computer tried to do an update. And
Little technical difficulties.
And basically, as you guys know, and if you've been following this live feed at all for any amount of time, Clint screwed it up. Yeah, there you go.
That's way more.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
You'll wear that one on the
blame
chest.
this on Clint. Please send all your complaints to orders@addicted.fishing and with the title that says Clint sucks right on it. Evening, everybody. Hey.
What is up?
That's the dude that kicked me out of the hole at the salmon. Huh? I don't think you can even fish the salmon. Yeah. Vancouver, Washington in the
did
house.
last year, but it wouldn't have been me kicking you out of the hole.
What's best for steelhead in Elk Creek, Erie, PA? Here's what you do, Donald. I'll tell you what you do. Because I've caught a lot of steelhead in Old Elk. What you do is you go down to Fish USA and you get old Nolan.
Yeah.
Tug on his ear and he'll tell you. Because that's what we did. And we caught a lot of fish in that river. It was awesome. We did beads, little baits of eggs, little yellow beads. Yeah. It was awesome. I want to go back. Should go back.
Paul
Anderson. He's right. Paul, I'm not going to argue with you. Pretty soon we'll just be on Thursday morning. We'll be the Daily Show.
I'm going to go in and ban them.
I will say, last week we were fine. This week we were sitting here with bells on at 6:30. We were mic'd up, ready to dance.
We were ready to roll.
And Clint screwed it up. So.
I did not. Third-party software.
Yeah. Anyways, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We're going to be talking some trout stuff tonight, Black Friday.
True.
You know, we're trout, and trout's kind of a lead into steelhead.
Yes, it is.
In a weird roundabout way. First they're trout, then they're steelhead, and they're all the same. You know. We're going to be talking a little bit about that tonight. Also, talking a little bit about, how kind of amenable the whole trout fisheries are, and some of the stockings around here are honestly good for kids. So it should be a good time. We got a special guest that's going to chime in here in just a few moments. Do want to give a huge shout out to Stevens Marine for, as always, sponsoring this live feed and podcast. Huge shout out to those guys. As always, if you need any mechanical work done, new boat, new motor, you might as well just go to the source, give them a shout, and talk to those boys down there in Tigard and see what's going on. Or Milwaukee.
Either or. Yeah. They'll get you dialed in.
Yeah. Where are you guys all tuning in from? What happened to the other stream? WG Fishing Adventures, we were kind of bouncing around some logins, and we don't know what kind of happened, but we're here, we're now.
What other stream?
We're here, we're now. Yeah. I think we probably popped one open or closed one or something. Who knows? Yeah, we don't know what happened. So, but yeah. Oh, and Andrew Ellswick said, excited for the bash. Yes, you guys, this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're having a little warehouse bash here, a little pre-season, pre-festive holiday season warehouse bash. We've got some items that are going to be. What's up? Why do you have a concern?
I just saw. Did we cover that the title is incorrect? Yeah, it says Rafting and Driftboat Safety.
Oh, the title didn't update? Oh.
Dude, who cares? We're good.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to just roll
whatever.
it. That was last week. Anyways,
I can show you what's on my side.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not
it's
what
all
it
good.
says.
It's all good. But the bash, you guys, this Saturday, November 23rd, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. here in Ridgefield at the shop address. I think Clint's got a really cool graphic that he should be a producer and put up. Now.
I'm doing like 10. Oh, my God.
Now. There
Boom.
it is. There you go.
8 a.m.
There's the
Sharp.
address, guys. 7509 South 5th Street, Suite 101F, Ridgefield, Washington, 98642.
Boom.
Yeah. Check it out.
Be there, be square.
I'll be. How many of you guys are coming to the bash?
I will be there.
You're going to be there?
I'll be
I was
there.
thinking maybe. I was kind of thinking I might just sleep in.
I mean, honestly, I'll still get to sleep in and be there. Still
Yeah, no
on
kidding.
time.
Yeah, right. For what we usually have to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Luckily, someone let us know in the other feeds chat. Oh.
Weird.
Oh, my God.
So are we like double live right now, or are they waiting in that preview chat?
Oh, jeez.
Maybe we should stop putting out the stupid little preview things, because I think that's what screws us up more than anything. But what do I know? What do I know?
Oh, where people can wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here from Brush Prairie. Yeah, Clint, you go. What a producer. The
Okay.
state ruined the Washington.
Who said that?
River,
I'll
no
ban
more
them
steelhead.
too.
Yeah, they've ruined a lot of stuff. But hey, we're putting grizzly bears in Northeast Washington, so we can just screw with them some more, and same with wolves, and spending money everywhere. I wonder if the next administration is going to come in and be like, do you think that people would rather have grizzly bears in the northeast part of the state? We're going to spend millions of dollars just playing with them. Oh, never mind the fact that one of them is probably going to eat somebody sooner or later.
Yeah.
Or should we put a viable resource, maybe a little, and bolster that in some of the rivers? You know, I don't know. What do you think's going to happen there?
Weird. Yeah, who knows?
I mean,
You
and
just
after all,
never know.
everybody in Spokane, I'm sure, really wants their grizzly bears.
They're
kinda
so
like we
hyped
all
on it.
wanted the wolves. I mean,
So stoked.
I mean, it is definitely. I mean, I sleep well at night knowing that the wolves and the bears that our departments are putting in and spending just millions of dollars on. Oh, but never mind, like, putting some salmon, steelhead fish. There's like a viable resource for people to do that actually contributes money to like local economies and all the things for it. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that would
Why would we want to do that?
That
Elon, we need you.
that
Everybody
would
message
only
Elon Musk.
make sense.
We need to have a chat with that guy. Yeah.
Have him on the live feed.
What do you think about the Chehalis and other rivers opening first time in 5 years? Will we see you guys out there? Adriana, we can talk about that a little bit while we're getting guys tuned in here. But here's the thing about them opening it for 5 years. Did they really need to close it? Because is the sport fishery actually the thing that's degrading the run?
Absolutely not.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. The answer is no, it's not. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Please show me a run that sport fishing was on, that we got rid of the sport fishing and didn't do anything else, that magically came back. Has not happened. So no, it probably didn't need to be closed. Now I understand being conservative. I understand, like, yeah, these numbers aren't looking as tasty as we'd want them. But really, when we put the sportsmen back into some of those rivers, especially in the early part of the year, where we're not even targeting the wild steelhead. Yeah, there's early winter steel, we might encounter them. It's like, but if there's no winter steel there to encounter, why can't we catch the hatchery ones? Don't get me started. Yeah, right. It's probably going to be pretty good. They do a lot of good stocking there, and I imagine there's going to be fish, and it's great. And I'm glad they're opening it. Don't get me wrong, because it will spread fishermen out.
Yes.
It'll be a more enjoyable experience. We're all not going to hate each other seeing us on the same 3 freaking stupid rivers.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Gosh.
So
it'll be nice.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Yeah,
It'll be
it's
good.
no, it's good, and I think it's a step in the right direction. Especially like when some of these other sport fishing restrictions we've done across the states, all over the place, in the gorge, on the Deschutes, whether it's no boats, no fishing, size hooks, whatever the hell it is, and it doesn't get us anything anyway. So what are we doing? Oh, we're just restudying it again. Got to get them grants.
Study it to death.
Got to get that bureaucracy. Elon, we need you. Yeah. Anyways. There you go. Yeah, it'd be better investment for W to put a fish ladder on. Yeah, whatever it is. Like, it's probably better than putting bears that are just going to eat people and then take away the elk and deer that we're buying licenses for and contributing to those small communities.
More contribute.
You guys got it. You guys know.
Come on.
I'm just on one tonight. Are we still talking about fall trout tonight? Yeah, we are.
True.
We are. In fact, we should bring in our guest real quick, because when it comes to trout, has he called in yet, Clint?
I'll have him do it right now.
Yeah, because when it comes to trout, and when it comes to doing stuff like that, we're going to bring in one of our partners to talk a little bit about trout, because we are in the season.
Should we do a giveaway while we're waiting? There's been some people commenting.
I feel like we should do a giveaway because there's a lot of people. How many people we got watching here on, Clint? Let's see here. Oh, we got almost 200 of you guys. I think our other feed is kind of... Yeah, Clint just went and kicked all those guys off the other feed, so hopefully they'll come in here.
Yeah.
Like I said, we apologize, guys. We don't know what happened there.
Everybody thumbs up, like the video, share it out there, get a bunch of people watching.
Yeah,
let's go.
Smash that thumbs up, everybody. You gotta smash it. Smash it. Smashy.
Just like we're about to smash these trout.
Oh, smash them all.
Yeah, some sea run freaking rainbows.
Cam, I want to take a selfie with a grizzly. But knock yourself out. Probably should go to Alaska where there's like those fish eating ones where they probably aren't going to be like looking at you like a meal.
Yeah.
But I think that's not going to be the case in Northeast Washington. Yeah. Anyways, guys, Lucas Freeman, we combined the YouTube and the Facebook, and it tells us we have a combined number. So he said 117 people to when I said almost short of 200, but you're not seeing the numbers that we're seeing because we feed both of these feeds in here
together.
And Twitch.
All right, you ready for him?
Yeah, let's bring him in. Let's bring in Matt from Acme Tackle. What's up, Matt?
What's going on, Cameron?
How's it going?
It's going good. Going really good. We got I've been going back and forth between Wisconsin and Florida, so it's I'm getting ready for ice fishing and then saltwater fishing all together.
Yeah, suntanned at hard water. Is that what it is?
It's right. That's right. Yeah,
hard water.
Yeah, hard water. You can't call it like
it's not ice fishing.
Alex
it's hard
you
water.
Can't call it ice fishing. He's like hard water. You gotta call it hard water. It's like, oh, is that like the cool thing to do? Is that kind of is that like the spay guys going like indicator, which it's a freaking bobber, whatever. Okay. What's new, man? Right. So Acme, obviously we're talking trout tonight. So who better to bring in besides Matt here from Acme? Because I think a lot of trout die on a lot of your gear. Is there anything new, exciting? What's going on?
Yeah, so for 2025, I would say the hottest thing's going to be we're taking the Moonshine Super Glow paint. We're putting it on the 3 largest size Cleos for the casting season for everybody, and it's that paint's incredible. I mean, that's why we hopped on and partnered up with Moonshine because the paint is awesome. So that's going to be a really good addition to the little Cleos.
That'll be a good one. What about, are you going to put any of that glow on the Castmasters anytime soon? Because we got a lot of Castmasters here sitting in front of us tonight.
Yeah, so we started it. The first move we did is we actually added the Moonshine Glow to the Castmasters for this coming ice season. So we're going to do the teeny tiny ones, a little 1/24th, the 1/12th, and the 1/8th for ice. And then, yes, in the very near future, we plan on having it on the quarter to the 3/8 a half ounce, the casting sizes for trout for sure.
I've seen that Moonshine just in some of the steelhead spoons and or some of the trolling spoons as well too. And man, that stuff is freaking incredible. Like there is definitely, I mean, I could see why you guys acquired them and went all that. I think that, isn't that how that worked out there? Like they were kind of their own, but that glow was so good. It just, you guys needed it or wanted it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you guys know, as being fish heads, I mean, some days they want the glow, some days they want the flash, and just have it all ready to go.
Sick. We've got some of the little Cleos here, and of course, we're also getting close to our steelhead season. If you're probably bouncing around up there around the Great Lakes, you're probably already freaking knee deep into them, I guess. But we're kind of sitting here anxiously waiting to start throwing some Cleos around and getting ready for a lot of that. What's you going to be coming out here anytime soon?
Gosh, we definitely have to get something on the calendar. I mean, it's either that or I got to get you into Milwaukee because, like, right now, lake trout and those big German browns. I mean, catching big browns in Milwaukee right now in the harbor. All the fish are coming in the gaps right now as they want to come up the rivers and you can vertical jig them in like 20 to 40 feet of water, and like 1 ounce Castmasters are like awesome.
What's a big brown out there? I've never caught a brown.
Milwaukee, they say is some of the best brown fishing in the world. Like it's my biggest is a 15 pounder.
Dang.
And they catch a lot of 7 to 10, 7 to 12 pounders. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it is absolutely something that if you love trout fishing, you have to come to Milwaukee and experience it, because there's such big fish.
Well, right now especially, because
yeah, we don't have anything going on.
I tell Marl, I'm like, hey, next end November, early December, we need to definitely get out there. You guys, you're kind of hooking everybody up. So Acme Tackle guys, obviously, the Castmaster, Moonshine Lures, Little Cleos, tons of the stuff that you guys use. But these guys are going to hook us up. They're been a partner of ours for a little bit. You guys might recognize Matt from the 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 𝗪𝗚𝗥𝗗 movie that came out on the YouTube channel just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Matt was out there helping us do that and getting us all dialed in those areas. And but yeah, you guys might want to check it out. But he's got a prize pack tonight. I believe he's going to hook up one of our guys.
Yeah, got to get all the fans out there. We're going to give away an Acme heavyweight hooded sweatshirt, a hat, and a ton of different spoons. About a $250 value. So I definitely get your name in on this one, because I'm going to make it sweet for somebody.
Well, you guys know, I want you to comment your favorite color or size of your Castmasters or your Little Cleos. Let Matt know what you guys are really digging out there. Like if you could only pick one, it's something down the Acme lineup. And you guys know that if you're commenting, you're going to be randomly added into the drawing for the selection for this $250 prize pack. Yeah, go Acme. Wow, I have so much. Yeah, they definitely probably responsible for a lot of trout deaths out there.
I would say probably.
It's really sad.
Probably the most.
Yeah, blue and chrome, brass, blue and chrome, 2/5 silvers, blue and chrome. What's going on in Florida? What's fishing in Florida right now? Because I want to think about somewhere nice and warm and sunny. We're dealing with a bomb cyclone, which basically has been an absolute nothing burger out here because it stayed way, way, way offshore. And I mean, there's a few limbs down, a few trees down.
I had a feeling.
Actually, unfortunately, I did hear a couple people, unfortunately, didn't survive a couple tree falling. I did read that, so I shouldn't make it that light of a situation.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of not as widespread as they were kind of making it out to be. But what's up in Florida? Yeah,
so I mean, we went through obviously the 2 crazy hurricanes, so something similar to what you're saying, where it was devastating, but. The water definitely cleared back up. I was out last Sunday actually, and catching some snook. So I had 2 nice redfish, and I'm heading back for a couple of days to Wisconsin for some meetings and stuff and new product meetings, and then I'm hoping Sunday or Monday to go offshore, because the wind's finally going to lay down after this crazy weather. So we'll see what's cracking about 30-40 miles out in the Gulf, hopefully on Sunday or Monday.
How fast is those, so when those areas get hit by, the hurricanes, how fast do things get fishing back there? I mean, that seems pretty quick, but what do I know? I mean, are they fishing the next week, or is it usually a few? I mean, I don't have
you can fish it next week. It's kind of interesting. I've being from the Midwest and the Great Lakes my whole life, and being able to come down here now and fish a little bit, it's you actually can catch them better when the water's dirty and artificial. Like I'll throw little Cleos inshore, but when the water's crystal clear down here, like to get a nice snook or a redfish to eat a Castmaster or a little Cleo or a walking topwater bait, like they really got to be feeding on the outgoing tide. Otherwise, you can catch them really good with that dirtier water. So it kind of helps, but it also hurts, because there's certain times where you got to have really clear water. Otherwise, it's tough. So it's kind of wild. It's different, that's for sure. It's definitely different than fishing the Great Lakes in the Midwest, for sure.
It's funny, we talk about when it comes to our coho fishing and steelhead fishing, a lot of people oh, we want this gin clear, perfect water. But the reality is fish are way more reactive in the dirtier, not dirtier, but 2 to 4 or 5 foot visibility water than they ever are in that, 10 to 15 foot. I mean, down in Florida, it's 50 feet some places. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. So that is kind of cool to see that. Interesting to hear about that correlation for sure. So, Oh,
Yeah,
anything else you want? Are
absolutely.
you coming out for the sportsman shows out west at all? Or
We're not. I mean, we were going to, and we
you're gonna miss
just.
some good steelheading.
I know. We definitely got to get something on the calendar. Whether I come out there or you come back to the Great Lakes, but we got to make it happen. So we'll get on Marlin for that one.
That's right. We're gonna get you out here and get some Pacific, some not lake run trout or lake run steel. What the hell they call them over there? Just to be
Scams.
yeah, not scams, but those are only lake run steel. These are ocean. Those aren't real steel. I tell you, they are real steel. They fight. Awesome.
We'll get you some steelhead with some freshness stickers on them.
There we go. Sea lice.
There you go.
Ocean lice.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Count me
Don't
in.
forget,
Count
we
me in,
also-
boys.
We also have this as well. Oh,
That's
no,
what-
that is what
yeah.
we were talking about earlier.
Thanks, Clint.
Yep, there it is.
On
Attaboy.
point tonight producing. I hope everybody.
That makes it official. That makes it
It's
official.
like, oh wait, we have this. It's like, yeah, we talked about it. Yeah. Well, anyway, a lot of you guys chimed in, and a lot of you guys
I
chimed
hate my job.
in.
All right, I'm going to go lay in the freeway. I'll see you all later. I'll see you guys later. You'll find me in the freeway.
Man, when it goes downhill, it's an avalanche. Anyways, well, shoot. Well, since you guys already chimed in, it's a lot of you guys commenting on it. We are going to be talking about trout fishing in Washington State. Someone's like, do you have any good spots to go trout fishing in Washington State? We're going to talk about that here in a minute. But first, I think we need to pick this prize pack. And what we're going to do is whoever wins this, I want you to email us at orders@addicted.fishing, and we're going to send your name and address over to Matt and Acme, and those guys are going to ship it directly to you. So if you guys commented what your favorite Acme lure was or been making comments, you guys are going to be in the randomizer selector, I think, right about now, producer Clint. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just.
Come on.
Okay, here we go. You
Yep,
ready?
yep, yep. Scroll.
Randomizing. Super.
For the win. Well, Caden Trout, you won a $250 prize pack from Acme Tackle. I don't know. There may be a Castmaster in there. Maybe Matt sees this and there might be some blue and chrome Castmasters in it. I don't know.
Blue and chrome.
But if you
I mean,
email us your address-
Castmasters, Cleos. I think I even got to get some Steelies in there.
Gotta get some
There you
steelies in
go.
there.
Caught my first
Oh, yeah.
steelhead ever on a steely. Imagine that old green one. Sick. But yeah, Caden, if you email your address to us at orders, we'll ship it over to Matt and we'll get you guys lined up. Well, Matt, good to hear from you. I wish you'd get out here. You can get out here sometime before the end of March. Like, you let me know. And
Okay.
we'll go tell
I'm
you.
gonna make it
We're gonna have a big fish year on our steelhead. We had lots of 2 salts last year. We're gonna have a lot of big steelhead this year. So
Big ones.
let us
Awesome.
know and we'll get you out here, man.
Oh, hey.
Sounds good.
They need to send their size. 'Cause
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
hoodie.
that's right. You need this, Caden. If you're on there and you're hearing us, you need to send your size, too, for those sweatshirts and some of that gear we're going to get out to you. Well, Matt, thanks for joining us for a little quick hit, a little talking some trout, and getting some of that moonshine out there, and we'll catch up with you here very shortly. Appreciate you coming on. And
Sounds
hooking us up.
good. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right,
Cheers.
thanks, Matt.
All right. Take care.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Matt from Acme Tackle. Like I said, probably responsible for more trout deaths than just about anybody else out there,
Just about, I would say.
especially out there.
Yeah.
Jigging Castmasters for big browns, all that
Vertical
stuff.
jigging for trout.
That
Yeah.
doesn't sound bad.
Doesn't sound trouty, but it sounds fishy.
Yeah, it sounds killer. Well, you guys, we've got some other prize packs with that happen to have some moonshine sweatshirts and some little Cleo lures we're going to give away here just shortly. Well, let's bring Ben in here because I got my good buddy Ben Adams in here because tonight we're talking some trout. We're going to be talking kind of ways to go about and do some of this Black Friday trout stockings that they do. But the fall time is generally a good time because they are sticking them in the lakes everywhere when the temperatures get a little more amenable. What's going on, Ben?
Just getting ready for some trout fishing with the kids. Black Friday, they stock a lot of stuff in Oregon where I live, so
You forgot your
my
water.
water bottle. I had no water bottle
Why did you even bring that in for the...
He's
because I was thirsty because it's hot in here, and the only water bottle I can find in my car is my daughter's, so it fits. And my wife's probably watching. I will not leave this here, honey. I'll bring it home. I won't lose it.
Lies. All lies.
Ah, yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, Ben's got 5 little kids, and I've taken Ben and his clan out fishing a bunch, but we figured we'd bring him in, do some talking on some of this trout stuff because one thing, one question I want to tackle real fast is somebody asked, I'm new to Washington. Where can I start looking for these trout? And first thing you're going to want to do is head over to, Google. The internet's your friend. The internet ruins all fishing. I get it. But it is also your friend because they're going to be posting the reports on exactly where these fish are going to go. And actually, usually it's like the day after they put them out or like that week, they'll tell you like what lake, what county, how many they put in, what type they put in.
They do tell you how many.
Oh, yeah. You'll be like, they put 3,000, half pounders in or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they'll do like, the surplus steelhead. Sometimes they'll do like the brooders, the big trouts. Or
big ones.
Or what do they call the
trophies and then
the trophies?
The brooder. And they have a few different categories, at least in Oregon they do. So
what's the word I'm looking for? The ones that are sterile.
Huh?
The sterile trout they put in.
I don't know.
Help me out here. Help me out here, guys. What are those sterile ones that they put in? They're like.
Not the brooder.
They can't. Are that the brood? Is that what they just call brooders?
Brooders and then trophy.
Yeah, brooders, trophy.
Sense.
And you can look, and they talk about what size they are.
Triploid. Thank you. There it is. Who said that?
Those are
look at. Dude, people are like triploid, like, you idiot. I'm like, thank you.
That fish is,
I woke up at 4 a.m. and shot geese this morning. I'm tired. But yeah, appreciate you firing. The triploids. That's right. Yeah, so they do lots of different stockings. They'll do browns. They'll do rainbows. But get on Google and go to WEFW or ODFW. They'll tell you where they're going to plant them. Holy crap, everyone's in on this stuff. How many of you guys go out? I mean, we were kind of curious. We, every week we get, tons of new people in on these feeds. But how many people are going to be out there on Black Friday or like trying to get trout in the next couple weeks? Because we start to get to these stocking points, there's gonna be a lot. So let us know if you guys are gonna hit it up, or it's like I'm just waiting for steelhead or whatever it is.
I think I caught my first. Now I'm thinking about it. I definitely caught my first trout on one of the red rhino 𝗪𝗑𝗪 reels. Dude, it was awesome. I remember. I'm pretty sure I remember the memory, like to exact. I remember it was just the tiny little red and white bobber, and I had just the little Potski eggs. And I was putting one on there for the longest time, and then one of the times I put 2 eggs on there. And I flipped it out there, and I set it down, and I walked away. And
of course you did.
I turn around, and I'm like, where's my bobber? I had no idea what was going on. And I go and I start reeling, and I had a bunch of slack out, and then all of a sudden and my 𝗪𝗑𝗪 goes, I was like, oh my dad, I got one, Dad.
And then you broke it off and cried and wept in a ball. Fetal position, cried like a baby.
Got it on the bank and
so was this like
smash.
So when was this? Was this like about a year and a half ago?
2 years ago. Exactly. No, I think I had to have been 4 or 5. Was that climb line? Remember?
And that's why you still leave long tag ends on your lines?
Yeah.
100%.
Extra long tag ends.
Yep.
Extra long tag
let's see that run.
No, we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to have a chat with my son. Oh, look at this. There we go. So when did they put this out? Oh, this just came out right here.
18th.
This came out on the November 18th, and here's
Okay.
for Washington. So I know Mike was asking there, like all the different places they're going to different plant and do their thing. Like you got a lot of information to pour through there.
Yeah, so just for an example.
Yeah, catchable fish
There you
plants.
go.
There you go.
Ooh.
And then it does it the number per pound. So that'll tell you the average size of the fish.
Yeah.
So this is bigger, right?
Yeah, those are bigger fish when you see that smaller number.
Smaller
Yeah.
number.
That's per pound. So they put like 100, like 10 pounders in there in April 11th. But yeah, November 13th. Oh, they already put a bunch in Klein Line. There you go.
Dang.
Yeah.
Freaking. Well, it's a trout.
So it's a bunch, they put like 2,000 half
TJ
pounders.
caught on to that one. They usually put them in the week. Yeah, I think they just kind of like they kind of roll the report up to the online about every week. So
Yeah, I'm young. That's all right. I'll play that card as long as I can.
Oh Oh yeah, we're all old here. I'm in Oregon, no stocking for a while. Heck, maybe ever if ODF did. Yeah. But like I
On
said,
the
they're putting wolves and bears. We already went
On the upside of your Oregon fisheries, you guys have correct brood stock programs. So.
Yeah, they don't seem to be like, it's weird. We're having
You guys
all these,
got that going for you.
Well, let's get on that now. It's like we had all these weird town halls and all this stuff going on in the north, and you got your fishery back in 5 years, and meanwhile down just right, there's where you guys are at, and there's where these other people are at, and they've had a 6-month-long 2-fish limit fishery every year for the last like 24 years in a row with good wild escapement. What could it be? What could it be? I don't know. We have to figure this out. Let's study it more. I know. Let's not let people fish from boats.
I do this on purpose, guys. I do this on purpose.
I gotta get off it.
For that. I know how much you guys love that because I like it too.
I think if the state could hire me as a district, we could figure this out.
Dude.
And you know what's even funnier is it's all like sport funded and stuff. Like it's crazy.
Weird,
like,
right?
I don't get it.
Odd. Very odd.
Anyways.
Cam Ranch. What's going on? I need a graphic.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, it's so crazy. Bear selfies is the new thing. Yeah, I guess Joaquin, that's gonna pay the bills. Elon, we need. Anyways, okay. Moving on. But trout fishing, guys. So let's talk a little bit about whacking them out there. So one thing that's really fun, and one thing was really cool. As we get into this is my son Layden. Like he's 14. And man, we just set him and his buddies just loose on the lake all the time. And he has like been chomping at the bit for Black Friday.
Is he like mini legend?
He's not mini, no, don't call him that. But he is like mini addicted if you really want to go there.
Oh, I can see that.
He has been absolutely getting gear ready, getting stuff fired up. I go into his room, so like I got to do this live feed, and I wanted to bring some examples. And I know like we cleaned our garage over the last couple weeks, and we're getting things kind of ready. And one thing for kids, like as we're getting into these seasons, and I know Ben, you do this with your kids too. It's like kind of that anticipation, like we're getting ready for the fishing trip. But there's a lot of things you can do, to kind of like get ready.
Prep.
Get some
Absolutely,
things
yeah. So some of the things at our house, and we have 5 kids. Almost 13 to 4-year-old twins. And my 4-year-old Grace, she's probably the most savage of all the fisher people at our house. But if you can get them to make their own lures, so take like old wigglers and clean them up and let them take Sharpies and draw on them and make their own. This year we started tying flies. And so Grace, being a kind of princess fan, the fly patterns that she makes are pretty epic. A lot of pink and sparkle, like a unicorn pattern flies.
Hey, Trout and Steel like pink and sparkle.
Yeah,
like
so
those
are some
you
fun
keep tying
things.
that, Grace.
Yeah, those are some fun things that we do. Santa always puts fishing lures in their stockings.
Oh, Santa's wise.
Santa does that.
Very wise.
Santa knows how many of them they stick in trees and on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, that's one of the things that we do sort of in the off season is that we, the kids make lures and decorate their own. And we found that if they're involved in that part, when they fish that stuff, they're super excited about it.
Even more excited than they already are.
Even more excited than they already are, especially if they catch something that they made. So that's one of the ways that we, at our house, from time to time, we'll get that stuff out.
Arts and crafts. That's what my wife calls it too.
Functional
I'm like
arts
working
and
on
crafts.
painting lures. It's arts and crafts.
Yeah.
It's not just for adults. It's actually for kids too. Arts and crafts time. One thing, someone had a great question here, and we're going to tackle that here in just a second. But he said tips on how to target trout that are out deep but high in the water column. A local stock lake has trout like that, but no boating or kayaking allowed. Daniel, we'll touch on that here in just a split second. But if you have any other trout questions of targeting, start firing up because Clint will save those and we'll kind of roll through them. So just fire your questions. We're not ignoring you. We're going to get there here shortly. Oh, I know. I'm actually going to
got to do something.
I'm actually going to make Clint like it tonight. He's got to make up for the 11-minute late start that we had to do. Yeah. One thing also too about one thing I really try to do, especially with the kids, is making sure that we got these rods tied up and making sure that all our gear is ready to go, because you don't want to get out there with a bunch of antsy kids that honestly may or may not get bored easier than others. And having something ready to go, like ready to put bait on, like nothing like getting out there when it's raining or doing all that stuff.
Yeah,
get yourself tied up at home. We talk about that all the time.
They typically have been in the car for, an hour, and they're ready to hit the water and ready to fish. So if you get out there and get them in, life jackets on, and then you start tying stuff up, they're like, Dad, come on, we don't have that much time.
They're annoying you as much as you're annoyed that you didn't do this.
Yeah, they're ready. They are ready to go. They're ready to cast. So that's a big thing that I think is a good point.
Yeah, get out there and immediately start. It's just going to keep them more engaged for longer. Wow.
Yeah, I still do that. Yep, there we go. Mm-hmm. I'm down for a fishing tournament amongst the guys. Do I dare say a trout bowl? Well, I'll be down for that.
Wait for the freaking.
We can do all that. So either way, Layden also so going not just doing the wiggle works. He gets all his stuff put in these little bins and little totes that he can put in his backpack. And it's hilarious. Yeah. It's hilarious because I have some rules in my garage. Like when it's all my steel and stuff, it's this tote. You are not allowed to take anything out of this tote or put anything in this tote. I need to know what's in this tote, and this is that gear, that gear. But so he gets kind of free reign on this. But you can go side cam here. You can go side cam here, Clint, because he has all our bait. We'll go through some of the baits, some of the setups. We'll go through some of the rods that he actually tied up to. He does not know that I actually stole this from his room, which is hilarious. He's got his lures here. But one other thing that I got to talk about real fast in there, some of these lakes, and he was just out last week, terrorizing the bluegill populations. For a lot of guys that are out there, even right now, even before the trout, if you guys have these little floating gnats, these little nymphs here, these little tiny hooks, man, you want to have a good time. A little float and one of these little slow sinking flies, any of that stuff, absolute murderous to bluegill. And one thing about bluegills, they're generally super willing, and they are fun to watch bobbers and stuff to go down. So any of your panfish stuff too, a lot of times we're going out there after trout, but man, the trout aren't cooperating or they haven't done the stock. Always have the bluegill. So I know he's been beating up on the bluegill just a lot lately. He's got some of his I know he had little hooks in there. Huh? Look at this. He's got a Sharpie because Dad blacks out lines and stuff, so he stole one of my Sharpies off my desk and threw it in there.
He's pro with the Sharpie.
Yeah. Oh, then he stole those from the Midwest, the little split shot. Ooh, yeah, getting all ready. And then of course, as you can see, pop this open. You can see he's got tons and tons of what we were just talking about. There's the Castmasters. Look at them, well used. He rips them on them.
Oh yeah.
Booster tails. Big spinners.
Oh, what do we got here?
He's got the Castmasters.
Dude.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that little guy.
That's
I don't know what the heck that morsel. Is. Yeah. Probably gonna get a cast for the name, but I don't know where he got that.
That's what all the split shots for.
He probably bought it at the dollar store, knowing him. Anyways, yep. Having a whole bunch of selections, assortments, little, because they don't always bite the power bait every day. You're good, Clint. They don't always bite the power bait every single day out there. But making sure you have some lures too, because also when you get those kids down there, if they don't want to sit there and wait for their bobber to go down, they can be casting, they can be working on their casting and whatnot as well. So don't always necessarily just go down there with a power bait or a bobber rig.
Something interactive for the kids. I feel like that's always something nice to do. Cast. Then when they get tired, they can put it down.
Yeah.
Use the bobber.
Some of the other things that
always be fishing
are good if you're taking kids out to a lake. And mine can get a little squirmy, is take something other than fishing related to do. So if there's a field near you or something like that, take a ball. And if they get wild in the boat and they get too rambunctious, take a little break. Go, hey, we're going to go kick the ball around, let them just run around a little bit.
Wear them out a little bit.
Snacks are good. Another fun thing is if you're trout trolling in a lake, they're wanting to do something. If you take some ping pong balls and shoot them out in front of your boat and troll to them and let them take a net and try to scoop them. It's a game that they can play, and then if a rod goes off, you're like, oh, there's a fish right here, get it, and then it's not clearing all these rods. But be thinking about other ways to engage them while you're fishing.
That's a good idea.
That was one that we didn't talk about, but that's even for me. But Joaquin says, bring hot cocoa. I bring the jet boil. The jet boil with like some little cup of noodles or some hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Money, even for the adults. Money, let's be honest.
I just bring candy.
Man. Yeah, candy. But the jet boil, that's always the move. Always the move, Joaquin. And hand warmers. The electric hand warmers you can buy on Amazon are lifesavers.
Finally picked up a set.
Yeah, they're
Actually,
cheap.
my wife got them for
They're
me.
rechargeable. They're way better than those stupid little pouch ones. You have to put like 5 in a pocket to get your hands warm. The electric hand warmers from Amazon, they're cheap. And I tell you, they are worth it because you're going to spend, $15-20 on one of them. Buy 2, but it's like you'll spend, over a season or a couple outings. I mean, they're not that cheap.
They're not.
You're going to burn through them. And then it's better for the environment because it's just using electricity.
Sure.
Instead of
some
like
of those
just
work
throwing
as
that
a charger too if your phone dies.
Yep. Charger if your phone
charge
dies.
off.
That's right. Yeah, so absolutely smart to play fetch with the kids. Yep. I used to bring a backpack trolling and play with RC boats. Oh, see, that's the thing. My son has a little RC boat. He loves playing. Like, dude, we're going fishing.
On an RC boat? Dude, that can be entertaining. It can be entertaining.
Yeah.
At an RC truck.
And then it always breaks, and it's just a pain in the ass.
52 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And D. Morris says, hot cocoa with Bailey's always calms kids. Now, is that what you do, Ben?
Whoa now.
Oh, wait a second. Bailey's.
No. Not Bailey's, no. No.
Marshmallows.
Firewood, keep toasty. Yeah, build fire. Kids love playing in fire. Jeez, all the time.
Yeah.
I want to get some trout mangas to use on their float. Never bought them before. Can you guys recommend best color? The brown. I don't know if Layden has them in here or not. But the brown or the white. Trout magnets are a thing. Okay, let's talk about some of the rigs and probably the most versatile, not the most versatile, but the most I'd say the automatic rig. Should we just talk about the power bait rig right now?
100%.
I know we got some questions. Are you still grabbing some questions? Okay, perfect. That's enough to do a little chat. But this rig right here, so Layden has to go to the bank and he has to cast out. He's got 4 of these rods in him. He's 3 rods tied with this rig because it's 2-pole lake too. Don't forget 2-pole endorsements.
Oh, yeah.
Not? But a sliding power bait rig is probably always a go-to when it comes to targeting stalker trout. Let's be honest. I'm sure they use hatchery pellet in the formula, and that's what they fed their whole life, and that's what they're going to eat. And now it's just brightly colored and sitting on the bottom, and there's a lot less of it out there.
It looks different.
So they're hungry, and they want to eat it. But one thing that Layden's really figured out since he has to fish from the bank is sometimes you got to get that bait out there. So he's got these 3/4 ounce sliding egg weights. And what they've done is they've just ran that main line through the egg weight. And the reason why this is a sliding weight is because when you cast this out there and you have your bait on one side, when the fish starts pulling on that bait, and we'll get to the leader and stuff in just a second, when the fish starts pulling on that bait, it can pull the line through the weight and it registers on your rod. And so you can see it. So the trout starts eating the bait, starts taking the bait without it knowing that there's a weight there, but you see it and you can see what's going on. You have time to set the hook. One thing I do have to note, and this is what Jason wanted to show real bad. Go side cam here real quick, because this is
makes me proud.
As far as I'm concerned, I have no son. I have no son. He tied this up. Look at this. He tied the braid on. He did good knots. I am so disappointed in him right now. I'm literally gonna go home and be like, just get out. Get out. Get out.
Sleep in the
You
garage.
can sleep on the porch.
I mean, the knot looks good. The knot looks nice and good.
Go live with Jason.
Double clinch. Jason
Jason's your dad now.
Yeah, Jason lives a couple blocks away. Just start walking, bud. You'll go home now. But you guys can see it's just an egg weight. The line's going through. It's just a little protector bead. He sees me do that a ton with steelhead rigs, so he threw a little bead on there and got to work, and just with a swivel. This is the main line. The main line, he likes the braided line because what he's going to do with that braided line is he's going to cast it further. So he uses, that's good, Clint, thanks. So he uses that light braided line so he can just rip it out there. But with ripping it out there, you got to also make sure that your bait stays on the hook And then if it doesn't stay on the hook, you got to check it a little more often.
And it's going to be a little more sensitive. You're going to be able to feel that bite a lot easier.
Yeah, no stretch.
Yeah.
Kind of falls through the water.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he learned it from Jordan. No, I bet he learned it from freaking this guy sitting next to me, old freaking Tag Ends Guide Service. Come on, man. You haven't watched too many of our live feeds, have you?
Oh, dude.
Yep.
It's a mess.
It's all a mess here. So now let's talk about the leader length and then the hook, because I think where people really make the mistake is on their hook. So right here, we actually have one of our size 8 addicted trout hooks, but I don't know if you guys have access to those yet. But I think we have 6s now. Do we have 6 and 8s out yet?
I don't think we have them out yet.
I don't think we have them out yet. But go to side cam here real quick. But one key takeaway is that when you are using floating bait that lead is sitting on the bottom, and you are fishing a floating style bait, a power bait or a power egg, you need to have a tiny hook. If you have a hook that's too heavy and you need to put too much weight or too much bait on there to even try to float the hook, it's not going to be as effective for the trout. So what he's got, he has a little tiny size 8 hook, a little salmon egg hook, a little like size 12 treble. Any of those works really well, but that you don't want to get too big of a hook on these ends. Don't be using size 2s and size 1/0, freaking octopus and bait holder hooks.
It's going to be too big for it to bite onto.
Gonna float. And you want this to float because his leader length here is about 3.5, 4 feet all the way down there. And he's probably got some 6 or 8 pound test, I'm guessing. And what he's doing is he's got about a 3 to 4 foot leader, because depending on the lake, you're good, Clint, thank you. Depending on the lake that you're fishing, you could have weed on the bottom, it could have like mud, it could have silt. And so when you cast out the weight, you want to make sure that bait's floating above that so it's just accessible and easily visible to the trout that are grabbing it. And the best thing to do is to cast that out, bait your hook, cast that out, and then actually put your rod in the rod holder wherever it's going to sit, whether it's in the boat, whether it's in that, and actually put a little slack line out off the end of the rod tip. You don't want this line to be tight to that egg loop, because what you do is you put a little slack line in it and you watch it. When the fish comes up and grabs it, and he starts to nibble on it, starts to take it, you'll see that line start to shoot through, and basically that trout is unknowingly eating that bait, and he is going to be in a lot of trouble. The power bait dough sucks. You got to get them marshmallows. That's pretty funny. Adjust your leader size to whatever weeds or whatever bottom you think that you are fishing, because sometimes you'll get away with like a little 12-inch leader is fine. But sometimes you want to have that 3 or 4 foot leader. And for the guy that was asking about fishing, way up off the bottom, you can put a 6, 7, 8 foot leader on it. It's harder to cast, but you can put a 6, 7, 8 foot leader on there and get that bait, from the bottom up versus like a slip bobber from the top down and getting down to those fish. We'll talk about a bobber rod here in just a second. Tag ends make the rods bend. No, they don't. Hi all, I caught a 14-inch trout last week. It's my PB, and it's also my 3rd trout I ever caught.
Nice.
Yeah, good work. Roll power bait in with a pair of cotton balls. It's a good way to keep the bait together. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I'm going to have to try that.
Bro.
Boom.
Learn something new every day.
Bro.
That's
diabolical. That's why we do it. That is savage. So, the power bait, you guys, everyone knows what power bait is. Right? It's in every fishing tackle.
Every gas station near a lake, everywhere.
Where is that?
Where's what?
Where's that comment?
It rolled
I
out.
didn't even see it.
But one thing about the power bait is it tends to kind of pop off the hook.
Yeah.
When it hits the water, you whip it too hard. Sometimes it's hard to get it just the right amount on the right hook. Generally what I'll do is I'll put like a little tiny, like the tiniest corkies you can find, to add a little more extra float into it and a little more grip for the power bait to stay on there. But man, what he said with the cotton ball, that is a flippin' good idea.
That's pretty genius.
And what that's going to do is it's going to act like yarn. I mean, you can also use yarn, cotton ball yarn, whatever. But if you rub that power bait in there and then you make like a little fur ball, that thing ain't ever coming off.
Yeah,
I wonder if it'll float that well. But
you could pre-make a bunch of those and put them in a little jar, different colors, and make like trout boogers or whatever.
Different. For
Yeah,
anything out
I mean,
there.
colored yarn, chartreuse
I was gonna
yarn,
say
white
different colored
yarn, but
yarns.
yeah, that is a really good tip. One of my subscribers gave me that suggestion. Well, kudos to him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I am going to be out there trout fishing, especially if these rivers never come down. You know.
On Friday.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe this Saturday morning.
I feel like we've done that. Like
We've done
we
episodes
used to
out
do
there
it as a
doing
group, like all of us, Marlon, everyone. We'd all get
Yeah.
together and do it. I don't know why we don't do that anymore.
10-pound main line to a 7-pound leader. Yeah, so have a little lighter leader. You know, you don't want to have something too heavy because the line will actually weigh that stuff down too. If you start fishing like 12 and 15-pound fluorocarbon where it's going to start sinking, like you don't want to do that. So
There's just no
you know,
reason for
yeah,
that
there's
to be
no
a
reason.
line.
Yeah, 6-8 pound.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah,
remember
that's a really good idea.
Would that work like a spawn sack if you made a tiny little spawn sack style with power bait in it?
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Stay on there. And
You could. I could see. Yeah. I mean,
For sure.
yeah, you'd be just shelling that in for a little Midwest spawn sack action. Yeah, if you really want to sit there and make spawn sack with power bait, I could see myself doing the yarn.
The
If you think
yarn
about-
idea
'cause-
would be cool
'cause
because
you-
it's like it gives the power bait more of a freely kind of floating profile instead of just a ball. You know
I
what I mean?
think. Oh, yeah.
So are you talking like tie the yarny onto your hooks and you
No,
just keep
just take like
adding
a
the
little
power bait
snippet of
to it?
yarn, take a phase power bait, just kind of rub it into the yarn, make a little, roll it up into a ball, and just put that on
yeah,
your hook.
giving
It
the
ain't
power
ever
bait
gonna
some
come off.
structure, like some fiber.
No, but what I was saying, what if you just tied the yarn to your hook and then every time the power bait came off, you just add more to the piece of yarn that's already tied on your...
Could do that. Whatever tickles your fancy, dude.
I mean, I think there's more than one way to skin that cat, but that's just a good suggestion, is to incorporate some kind of cotton
Yeah.
or yarn. Now, I see people commenting, power eggs. I get it. Power eggs are really good too. They work great. Huge shout out to Charles, because he got us tuned in, and I'm telling you,
Oof.
yeah, there's some garlic
Dang,
power
ooh.
eggs, man.
That is
They are
right.
absolutely killer. And yes, they do stay on for the most part. Everyone's like, they stay on they do. But garlic Powerades in the half white, half clear, I don't know what the hell it is, but we've gone out like multiple times filming trout stuff with our buddy Charles. And he fishes like, I only fish these garlic ones that are like the half white, half clear. And dude, he ropes them, and he ropes all of us on them. Like, it's dumb. Puts 2 power eggs so he gets the extra buoyancy on his hook. Fires out there, dude. I'm telling you. So what is your favorite color of either power bait or power egg out there, guys? Like, let us know. We want to hear the great debate. What is the end all be all trout color? And then if you guys are commenting there, Jason's cluing me in there like, we should probably just give away the prize pack too for that.
Boom.
For some more little Cleos. Yeah. Size 10 gold hooks are the only fish for trout on the bottom. Yeah. A small hook. Those little gold salmon egg hooks work great. Small hook works really good. Yeah. Yep, I made sure my kids caught their first trout on their 2nd birthday. Absolute hell yeah, dude. Pink gulp, white garlic is one of Cam kryptonite. No, I am a fan of garlic when it comes to salmon and steel at certain times of year. But I'm not one of those guys that's like spraying garlic on my crap at buoy 10, I can tell you that. Garlic.
UV though.
Oh, extra UV. When are people going to realize you don't actually put UV on anything? You just need to have something that reflects UV. It's weird.
I don't want to get into this argument. I'm going to argue
Because you're
this
going to
with
freaking
you.
lose.
I'm going to argue this with you.
Okay, bud.
You shine a black light on a mirror chrome flasher, what do you see? Versus you shine one that's
Black
painted
light.
with UV stuff, what do you see?
The absorption.
react
absorption. Yeah, they do, but it still reflects it.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. Do you want to like put up your? Do you
Here we go.
When do you want to start putting numbers up, bud? Like, let's go. Like, let's hear it. I want to hear it from you.
Dude, do you know how many steelhead I've caught with UV paint?
I wonder if they put UV in power bait.
Guaranteed.
Original scent.
Because the light that hits
UV,
it
right
reacts.
I can't read it. I can't read it. No, I'm just kidding.
The light that hits it reacts. It's not just reflecting.
It does
You
react
want
because
UV to
the
react.
UV absorbs and reacts.
Just like
It
fluorescent.
absorbs into it.
Right.
It doesn't reflect it.
Right. But it reacts and it's different. So then, like,
But a mirror reflects everything. A mirror reflects all light.
I agree with that, but it's not reacting to make it.
It's not, but it's reflecting it to make it more shiny.
Oh my gosh! All right, guys, who's right? Me or Ken? Comment below.
Whatever. We should we can get that UV remember all the Full of Fish stuff on the UV, which is Full of Fish spray, the UV spray that we used that people would put on their flashes.
The UV flash.
I never bought a bottle of that crap. Oh, and it's weird. Nobody does anymore now. Strange.
I have a bottle in my garage.
Because it worked that well, but let's talk about it. We should find a bottle of that, and then you and I can
have one in my garage right now.
Case in point. Thank you for just leading into that one, ding dong. Why don't you bring that stuff out, and then you take your power bait, and we'll just coat it in UV. I'll take my power bait and fish it just without the sea.
Fish it raw.
I'll fish it raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
Greg says yellow glitter never fails. We definitely have some of that.
Yellow glitter. What's your favorite? Yellow glitter, Ben, or what is it?
Well, we have a lot of different ones. Typically, we'll go before a fishing trip to
Clint, take your damn Triactin.
And typically, what we fish is pink glitter because that's what my girls pick out.
Yeah. No, we talked about that. Pink and sparkle, freaking.
You can take them all.
Trout.
But we catch a ton of fish with worms, and that's we take power bait, and sometimes power bait doesn't get it done, and you go. You're getting beat up by all these other guys.
Use a black light.
The thread of live worm on there.
Put a worm on there, a piece of worm, and typically that'll get it done if power bait's not working that day.
Yeah, worms are good.
Yeah, the other one
trout like worms, especially the trouts in streams and rivers, or we have a little current.
Yeah, so one of the things that we've done, lake camping trip stuff, is my boys will go catch grasshoppers, and so threading a grasshopper and then floating that, whether it's some moving water like a creek or river that's feeding a lake, and that's deadly, very deadly. And that's another one of those games that kids can play, is go catch grasshoppers in a jar, and then.
You're matching the hatch of what some resident trout are feeding on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, they usually work really well.
Is garlic bang a good scent? UV is designed to hold the stationary color of garlic. Yes, it absorbs into the color. Got it. Wait, what was the rest of it? Yes, it will change at depth. Without UV, everything will turn black in depth. Well, sure, at what depths? But my point, the argument generally is do you want it absorbing or do you want it reflecting? And if the fish is over there 10 feet, sometimes I want it reflecting. I'm not saying like fluorescent colors, fluorescent, which is really what we're talking about, doesn't work, in the murkier waters, and it's a different profile and it's different color. But the argument is chrome versus UV. It's chrome reflects all the UV that it would encounter. So it's kind of I just go with chrome. Like I said, numbers. Clint.
Yeah, but I think the UV stuff reflects it to make that flasher look different. Besides just
just what I said. But I do believe there are times, or not even times, I do believe having chrome, even in murky water, I'll still fish straight chrome flashers. I'm not saying
you
all those twisted addiction chartreuse and pinks and stuff don't work, but
they're that Mexican hat short bus 360 flasher has UV tape on it.
Cool. I never even fished one.
Something else that we use a lot.
I didn't have to, because while you were putting it out, I was back at the dock. We're just talking so much smack right now.
Yeah. I've seen some of our biggest fish, lake fishing for trout, caught on some Brad's products, some wigglers. The tiniest wigglers. And my oldest son Owen this last year.
Wigglers, sure.
We catch him at diving depth, and he caught a big, probably 14-inch rainbow topwater with that. It 2 cranks and fish comes right out of the water and caught us. So they're a lot of fun for kids to work. Yeah. and they're pretty good at catching bigger fish.
Worm on top of the power bait is lethal. This is a really fun lifey, because you guys are really everyone's engaging in this. It's really cool. Of course, then the one guy's when are we talking steelhead?
Yeah.
Probably next week.
Do any of you guys pump your worms up?
Pump it up.
No, you don't have to pump them. You just have to wait until it rains and then go.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean fill it with air.
Fill it with air.
Oh, no.
What are you talking about?
I'm not.
No,
You
he's
think
not
I,
flow
like,
there.
go
So
and
it's funny.
pump, like,
Lady,
sand shrimp?
so they put browns.
Oh, yeah.
So what's funny is they had a bunch of holdover browns, and I'll just say it, in Horseshoe Lake. Oh, river names, whatever, lake names, piss off.
We say lake names.
Okay, cool. I am now. So Layden was fishing Horseshoe like all summer because they go down there and just beat on the bluegill. I go beat on the bass, and they go beat on the brown trout that were like holdovers there. And they figured out that if you cast it out a worm and you let it sink just super slowly through like the real stale, like these aren't like the ones they just put off the truck 2 weeks ago that are still starving. These are the ones that have seen some stuff. Lots of their friends have died, and they're just swimming around a little more finicky. And he figured out you just have that worm sink really, really slowly through there. And so then he goes, man, I just need something that like keeps the worm like up off the bottom and just stays in their face. I'm like, oh, worm blower. And so I go on Amazon, and it was so funny. I could get one off Amazon for like $1.76 primed to my house the next day. And so I ordered him like a couple of them, like, oh, here's your worm blowers. They were like $2. And it's like, and they were Amazon Prime. You didn't have to order anything else. And they were delivered to the. I'm like, the shipping costs like 10 times more than these stupid little
losing money
worm
on the
blowers
box.
in a little plastic bottle with a needle. And then he went out there and freaking
the box costs more than that.
Right. It's just funny. It's like is what you can get. Is what you can get. It is. But anyways, yeah. So floating those up to make that worm come up off the bottom to get out of the weeds, off the bottom, off the silt. Absolutely can be a little more finicky to use, but can be deadly. With a jet puff marshmallow too. Yeah, adding the marshmallow onto the worm.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch a kid learn that that's bait in the boat first. When it's the marshmallow, and they're like, "You brought marshmallows? Like, don't eat those.
Yeah, these are the garlic.
Don't eat those.
Yeah,
So
don't
good.
eat that one.
They're yucky. They're spicy."
Jared, I feel you, Cameron. I prefer reflection as well. That's why candy colors have become so popular. Yeah, I mean, it's just. There's a reason why there's 10,000 spinnerblade colors and 10,000 flasher colors. We're all going to have our preferences, but it's like, in theory, I feel like something that is super reflective and just reflecting any amount of light, any amount of frequency that's hitting it and just shooting it off is, I don't know. But yeah, I still have other colored flashers too. Yeah. And other colors. I get it. But when it comes to power bait, there's only one color, and it's freaking sherbert. And I can't believe I didn't see anybody say that. Sherbert. You ever had like the green, yellow, orange mixed one?
Mm-hmm. White.
The sherbert. No, power bait, not the power eggs.
Yeah, white power bait too.
Sherbert, man. Glitter.
Glitter.
We said it at the same time. Glitter sherbert, man.
Bait.
That was like the Battleground Lake killer when I was growing up back in the day. So I grew up right by Battleground Lake. And man, it was literally like 14, 15 years old. Mom, oh, summertime, drives down lake, kick us out of the van. We'll see it dark. We figured out though, you can go to the payphone. We can like order like delivery, like pizzas and stuff, and like all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we were little hoodlums down there, wrecking that trout population at the lake. But rainbow sherbet. Maybe is that what they call it? The rainbow
Doesn't smell
sherbet.
too bad.
Yeah,
Like,
sherbet.
I don't like that.
Todd's
fishy
egging
smell.
me on Clint rebuttal.
Daddy Bezos at your service. Yeah, I just thought that was funny. I'm like, I wonder if I can Amazon that. $1.47 or something. I mean, it was, like I said, cheaper than the box it came in. Yes, sir.
That's like, what are stamps now? 79 cents? That's just for a letter.
Yeah, I did it. I call it rainbow. Okay, I get. Okay, sorry guys. I was kind of being distracted by Clint arguing with me. You shouldn't do that.
I'm not arguing.
How many people out there think Clint should just shut up?
I'm just.
I should probably
facts,
too.
bro.
So the other thing that Layden really likes, you guys talked about. I didn't see anybody talk about this, and he has been a little. He's been a little stinker whenever he goes with mom to the store. He like runs over. Oh, I need these. But man, he got really into fishing these little like rat tails. And I don't know what it is. Go to side cam. I think they're called rat tails. Are they called rat tails? Mouse tails. Mouse tails.
Mice tails.
These little things. And he swears by them. He just puts that little hook, and then I think just any movement in the water or any settling, that tail's also moving. There's a little movement to the lure, even though if it's just sitting there. And I tell you, I mean, he is an absolute freaking, I mean, you can see like that's what he's got. And I mean, I know when he's opening day of trout season, those little freaking mouse tails, man, he was killing them on that thing. And I don't know why. Maybe it's a bigger profile. Maybe they stay on the hook. I don't really know. Maybe you guys suggested that. There were so many comments coming in there for it. Yeah, these little mouse tails, they just murder. Oh, yeah. You want to, yeah, there's a video.
Yeah.
Fish hold on 18 times longer. Wow.
Yeah, you can't tell me, I already know why you're looking at him. I already know why. And you can't tell me a steelhead would not freaking munch that drifted correctly.
Guaranteed.
Especially on our little rigs.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, bobber dogging them. Ooh.
Dude,
yeah. Either way.
that old dangler. Dangly tail over there.
Yeah. Either way, so he is a real, he's a little fan of these big time. And like I said, he's been swindling Mom into buying some new packs. Getting ready for trout season, little stinker. Anyways.
How many viewers do we have?
I had to listen to all of this for 10 hours driving around in the truck, listening to Layden talking about streams and creeks.
Trout. Oh gosh, trout pellets. Yeah. The brown body and redhead ones are the best. Ooh, the mouse tails. I don't have to tell them that. Mouse tails. You should do another tutorial on how to build your own marshmallows for trout. Marshmallows. Arcade, would you be surprised at how many Senkos we find in trout? Ooh. Oh, we can do another. I don't want to talk about that. Another.
Can't talk about it.
Bass lures for trout video.
I saw someone talk about trolling.
What's that?
Troll for trout?
Yeah, can.
Yeah.
You ever grabbed a handful of rocks and thrown them around your bait to think that they're throwing pellets?
Oh, the pellets.
And
I haven't done that with the pea gravel, but here's what I can tell you. I know the guys that remember when that Atlantic salmon pen busted open in Puget Sound?
Yeah.
And what guys had figured out how to really catch them after the fact, because the state was so concerned that for whatever reason, all the salmon and steelhead they're trying to get back ain't doing so hot. And that these ones magically were just going to get out there and just reproduce everywhere.
Yes.
Anyways. I swear to God, we need to put a bounty on salmon and steelhead from the state, and there'll be millions. Anyways, they were going out with dog food.
Yeah.
They were taking dog food and going out to where that net pen collapsed, and they would throw the dog food out, and the fish, I guess, would come and they would sit there with spinners and their boat. I mean, they had the bombs of those boats filled with those damn freaking Atlantics, just murdering those things, chumming them right in. So I could understand pea gravel or dog food. I don't know is it legal to throw the dog food in the water? Maybe because that's probably that would be chummy. Yeah. So maybe the pea gravel. Yeah, guys are going out with 5-gallon buckets of pea gravel and just throw it in the water, just making that noise.
You're gonna kill one, and then you're gonna kill one with freaking rocks.
That could be chumming. Remember, now that we brought that up, we have to say the whole okay, you have to understand and know all your local laws and regulations.
Yeah.
We're not responsible for anything we say on this live feed ever. Don't forget it.
Velveeta cheese.
What?
I've seen that multiple times from different people.
Mike Deegan says, I capitalized on that one. It happened in my hometown. Yeah, so there's obviously some merit in attracting the hatchery fish to hatchery sounds. I don't know.
Weird.
Where can you catch trout around this time of year? Well, maybe not right this exact moment, but the next couple weeks we talked about that at the start of the live feed. Go ahead and check your stocking reports from WDFW, ODFW. They're going to be planting them a lot of places. Yep. Let's go to some of our questions that you saved. Get to those real quick. What time is it? Holy crap! It's 7:53. We've been talking a long time. Super chat. Trout fishing. Jason, don't trout fish. Huh. Okay, thanks,
Sea run rainbow trout. Yeah.
Yeah, sea run rainbows are pretty cool. What are your top 3 rules for winter trout fishing? Rules.
You talking with kids?
Keep your bait off the bottom. I'd say that's probably the biggest one. Don't use too big of a hook, and don't use too big of a bait.
Too heavy line.
Too heavy a line. There you go. There's the 3 good rules.
There you go.
I don't know if those are my top 3.
But
probably don't be annoying. Yeah. Where on the Columbia from shore for taking kids? Richard, not so much applicable to the stalker trout that we were talking about, but the sea run trout that Jason steel obsession. There's some great places to plunk, some great beaches. You got to be a little careful. There are some currents off those beaches. Ships come by. There's some things there, but there's some areas to do some steelhead plunking. We'll talk about some steelhead plunking for winters here in the next couple weeks. But I don't, as far as where, right now, that might be kind of a tough go. I don't know. What do you think?
It's definitely going to be a tough to get after.
I'd say drag them over to the lakes where they're telling you, hey, we put 3,000 starving trout in this freaking pond like yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
That's going to be your best bet. WDFW, they'll tell you right where to go.
Ben, your favorite rig for targeting trout?
Oh, man. I think probably, actually, Wigglers is my favorite. And we've caught our biggest fish with our kids. Is doing the smallest wiggler.
The Brads, the little wigglers. I don't know why. Oh, we got them right here. Right here. The littles.
Yeah.
Wees are bigger than littles.
Yeah, that one. This one's been pretty good.
I know I got one. So what Ben is saying is, if you want to target the booters and the big ones, the little wigglers. And I know we've done a lot of live feeds, and we've done a lot of trout episodes where we do this. They make a white with a clear bill and an orange belly. Yeah. That white one is killer.
Yeah, I know one of the places that we fish a lot, we fish bobber and worm or power bait, and we're catching a lot of the 8-inch, the small stalker trout things that are going back.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll swallow that hook, and that is, we're not going to keep all those. So,
but you are required, you got to be careful with that. And I know you know this, but like for those guys out there, like people do kind of get in trouble if you're fishing bait, at least in the state of Washington, and you catch a trout, even though if you release it and it's going to be fine, it does count as part of your limit.
Yeah, check your
regulations on that. Even if you let it go, you can't sit there and catch 25 trouts in some areas on power bait over and over and over again. You got to get to the spinners and the hardware, which is why
there's the best fish that we catch. The biggest ones have always been on wiggler or rooster tail, things like that. But that wiggler is the one that every year on our kind of family trip that we do, the biggest fish that we catch will be on
the wiggies, the wigglers.
Little wigglers, man.
They work great.
They do number.
What's your favorite
trout lure?
Yeah.
Probably the little Potsky eggs. Love the little Potsky eggs.
Potsky, real salmon egg-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say for me would probably be something under a little float, a little slip bobber, just because it's fun watching bobbers going down. It's just stupid.
I'd have to agree with that. Definitely under a bobber.
Yeah.
I used to fish them. I used to fish them down south on my grandpa's place though, with just a single little split shot, and just cast them and drift fish them. God, it'd be really cool to feel the little vibration.
And down in Southern Oregon on the road and all that stuff, all the little worm fish and stuff.
Canyon Creek.
Canyon
off
Creek.
the John Day.
Oh, that Canyon Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk river names here.
Sorry, bud.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Do you prefer a loop knot on your lures or just a straight fisher's knot? I will just generally tie double clinch, but I know like if I really want to get like jerk baits or wigglers acting the right way, like tying a Rapala knot or a loop knot is the best way to go. I don't know if the trout care that much, but I know when I fish bass and some jerk bait stuff, I definitely do, or some big swims. It's a thing. So I don't know. What type brand of hook is good? Anything that says addicted on it is the only one that will catch the fish. Everything else is complete trash, garbage, and should be thrown out and into the recycling.
Wow.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. Honestly, there's lots of great hook manufacturers out there. Just make sure you find one that like is kind of the appropriate sized for your trout fishing escapades, and I'm sure you'll be fine. What are your favorite ProCure flavors for trout? There's only one.
Nightcrawler.
This last year, I actually didn't have any of that, but I had some of their trophy bass, and I put that on it, and it did not disappoint.
I'm sure that's a lot of like worm.
Yeah.
Worm and crawdad is what I'm going to guess is a lot of that trophy bass.
Definitely didn't disappoint.
Yeah, stalker trout, they like the garlic, and that's straight from Charles, man. Like, he schooled us too many times sitting there just dinking around waiting for steelhead, filming any of our videos. Like, he just whoop our freaking butts.
I think they just came out with a new one, like for stalker trout. I think it's literally called like stalker
trout,
planter, something like that.
I don't know. I do know that they just came out with an actual like.
Go back to my regular comments, Clint. Thanks.
Trout scent.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do a giveaway and then talk about the bash.
Oh, yeah, let's do this giveaway. Yeah, do it right now. Do this giveaway right now because we forgot to. You guys all said your favorite colors and your favorite whatever for the power bait. So let's give away right now. Let's do the randomizer now. Randomizer now. Wait right now. And we've got Joshua E. Eugene, Oregon, I'm going to guess. Joshua E. Oregon? Yeah. He says garlic is one of Cam's kryptonites. I think I even responded to that. I'm like, not all the time. I just hate smelling it.
You have
all
won.
the time. But you have won this really cool prize pack with the Moonshine sweatshirt.
That's a good prize pack.
And the lures. And we're going to send that out to you if you email your address to orders@addicted.fishing and tell us you won the sweatshirt and the little Cleos.
You want that?
Badass. Congratulations, Joshua.
Nice.
All right. Okay, go to my new comments, Clint. So you guys, this Saturday at the Bash, we're going to have lots of items. We're going to have some special items. I think rumor has it, Marlon didn't want to come see you guys tonight. He was being a freaking ding-dong, and I don't know. He just didn't bother to show up. He said, you know what? I don't want to talk to you tonight. Piss off.
What happened? He went and got a massage.
He's like, piss off. I'm going home. Screw you guys. You can handle it. Whatever. He might be there this Saturday. I don't know. But rumor has it there might be actually 2 fillet knives for sale.
What?
I'm buying one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get one on the first round.
Well, you might want to buy one. Because I think we have 2 that we kind of had rat hold for pre-order, which we don't talk about because we didn't do a pre-order. And they didn't, we got 2 extras. So we may have a couple knives actually for sale, but not to mention lots of cool discounted items, lots of stuff in the shop. It's a warehouse sale, guys. So like everything's there out in the open. You can check it out. You know, you guys see some of this stuff online, but of course you get it in hand, you see it. The few of us are going to be there. I don't really know who. I know I'm going to be there. Marlon's going to be there. You're going to be there.
I'll be there.
I think Clint's going to be there. Santa's going to be there, I guess.
Yeah.
It might be kind of like some freaking drunk alcoholic version of Santa running around.
It might smell like pizza.
It might smell like pizza. I don't know. It might be really jolly, if you get my drift. But yeah, we will be. Do we have the buck hunter game? We do.
It's there.
Is it operational though? Was it working? I know it broke a little while ago.
I'm not sure if it is or not. I haven't seen it. Well, I haven't tried it in
I haven't tried it.
a while.
I haven't seen it on either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be. Who knows?
Dane, it wasn't
try it
like
out tomorrow.
it wasn't that. We basically, for the guys that like work for us, like in the shop, employees, that kind of thing. That's where those 2 came from. He's like, what the heck? I called in pre-order months ago. Yeah. Just message me because, well, do we even want to
I don't know if I go down that road.
do we even want to talk about it? Santa, I know him. Yeah, he's pretty cool dude. He'll be actually at the Addicted Shop, the real.
Oh my God, I know him.
Yeah. What? That must be from a movie or something?
Yeah.
Dude, have you not seen Elf?
Oh, does that Will Ferrell in it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, what?
I
Are they
barely,
gonna
I
have a
barely,
Will Ferrell fan?
no.
Is Santa going to have any of his
man.
elves there? Jason?
Hey.
Yeah, we're down and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down an elf. Do elves have like, handlebar goatees thing going on there?
They can.
The ones
They
that
can? Okay.
Yeah.
For the right price. For the right price.
Go to side cam because I got to show people just super brief.
What is that?
That is a murdered out version. So this is
Dude.
2.0, everybody.
Is that the Elon
And if you've
Musk,
been in my
the
if you've been in my boat the last couple months, you probably took a little glance at that. There it is. That's all I'm going to show you though. That's all we're going to talk about.
Bye.
That's it.
See ya. All right, that'll go.
That's going to be for the drop a little later on. Those will not be at the Bash this weekend. I'm showing you again because I just want to tick off Clint.
I agree with this comment.
Which was what? I didn't see it.
Tyler says Cameron is too good for Christmas joy.
Oh, come on.
You said
I
on
love
throat
He's
this.
very bah humbug.
I love Christmas. It's just this time of year I get kind of bah humbuggy. Not really because of Christmas. Love
No,
Christmas.
it's 'cause you're not
because all the
fishing.
rivers are
It's
freaking
just kind of
blown
like,
out.
I had to go shoot geese this morning.
Gosh.
And by the way, Top Guides Northwest guys, if you guys want to go on a goose hunt, like those guys had a last minute cancellation, and I called them up and said, hey, what about taking my kid out of school and letting him do a little hunt? Oh, dude. If you guys want to do a goose hunt, Top Guides Northwest, Brandon Powers, Bill Rivas, I know they're not watching, so I'm not going to say it, but dude, Next time they do a post like that, you want to shoot some freaking
It's a
geese.
great time of year to take your kid out
Holy
of school.
cow,
I
that
know. I've been
was
wanting to get out
nuts.
there with them. Talk to Bill a little bit about it.
It was so freaking fun.
This
And
is
they
the
had
time
it
I need to
so
go do it too.
freaking dialed. It was
Is it a pretty good program?
Oh,
they
God,
have?
it's a good program.
Yeah.
I mean, every time.
Message me about it. I'll let you know. I'll hook
Yeah.
you into those guys. If you guys only want a goose hunt, duck hunt, anytime in the next few months. Yeah. Yep, G10 handle scales by the look of it. Yes. Yes, you're right. G10. All right. Any other comments? You smell like beef and cheese. What is? You already said Clint was going to be there. Santa going to
Careful.
be? Yeah,
Don't
twin.
read.
Clint's twin brother. Got it. Yeah.
Read out loud.
He said sorry about the spelling. Got it.
Yeah.
Did it autocorrect to that? That's my question.
Yeah. Don't pull a Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Like that one time Cameron read that one.
Oh
comment.
yeah, I read a couple over the years. I was
He
just like,
stopped reading comments for like a
yeah,
month. I feel
yeah,
like.
I was scared. I was gun shy. And then that guy kept trying to sneak him in
Yeah.
for like months, and I have to like
Yeah.
pause,
He kept
read
doing
it,
like
and then read it.
he
Yeah.
kept doing like $100 super chats too to get Cameron to say stuff.
Yeah. Did any of the guys, addicted guys, kill an elk this year? Not yet. We still have time.
I
Killed
didn't
some
even get an
deer.
elk tag this year.
Might try duck hunting for the first time. Shane, dude, just do it right. Go on a guided trip, just like we talking about with like steel hunting. Like, just message me. I'll hook you up with those dudes. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it'd be
Awesome,
fun.
awesome.
That'd be fun to go do.
Yeah, we'll have to go do it again. All right, end of the year bash, guys. We will see you this Saturday, November 23rd, 8 a.m. till noon. You see the address right there. Screenshot it if you're sitting there on your phone. Check it out. Or you can go to the webpage. I'm sure you can get it. And we will see you guys there. Anything else going on? Ben, anything else you want to add tonight?
No.
Appreciate a lot of your guys' comments and feedback. It's really cool. I think next week we're going to talk about the kind of like the sportsman's gifts, that kind of thing. Cool stuff we're seeing out there kind of in the retail space for everyone's shopping, whatever, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or fishing, whatever, Friday, Sunday. We'll talk some fishing too. And then I think after that, we'll start talking some steelhead and start getting into it. I feel like you can't jump the gun. I feel like we're not like February springer fishing right now. We're like January fishing.
Yeah, we definitely got to let it chill for a couple more weeks.
And
let December really kick off.
But I will
fast,
say this.
but-
I went, steel, blah, blah, blah. And then I promptly that night got 3 different pictures of guys sending me dead chrome winter steelhead. I'm like, okay, I get it. They're out there. And
There's a
freaking, you
there's
guys
a
are better than I am.
Yeah.
trickling
There's a
in.
few trickling in.
Sneaking around.
Yep. All right, guys. Oh, we need to bring Owen back on. You know what? Man, I feel like that's a nice holiday cheer freaking episode. I need to get a hold of that boy. Awesome. All right. Anyways, next week, guys, we'll see you. Ben, appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely.
Talking to kiddos, talking to Trout. We will see you guys at the bash this Saturday. And if not, then you suck. And if not, we'll see you next week on Wednesday. Later, dudes.